Okay, listeners, I'm excited to talk about episode 11. I can't believe we're reading 11. And this is a misheard song lyric that's probably one of the well-known ones. It's Blinded by the Light, and it's originally written by Bruce Springsteen, which I didn't realize, but it was actually made more famous as a cover for a band called Manfred Mann, or Manfred Mann's Earth Band. They're a British rock band. So I had thought for many years that that one line where the actual lyric is really revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. I've sang it. I've heard other friends sing it as wrapped up like a douche, another boner in the night, which, I guess it makes sense as well, too. So we'll go into that meaning of what it actually was supposed to be, written by Bruce Springsteen, as well as, why Manfred Mann changed it to cause this well-known misheard lyric, which I think actually helped this song do well in the charts. So, Blinded by the Light is a song, again, written and recorded by Bruce Springsteen from his 1973 debut album, Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. According to Wikipedia, this was the first single and was commercially not a success for him and did not make it on any music chart for Springsteen. And that's correct because I didn't even realize he even wrote this. And the inspiration per Springsteen on the song came from going through a rhyming dictionary in search of certain words, appropriate words. The first line in the song, Madman drummers, bummers, and Indians in the summers with a teenage diplomat, is autobiographical. So when he talks about or sings about Madman drummers, it's a reference to his drummer Vinny Lopez, also known as Madman, but later changed to Mad Dog. And then the Indians in the Summer reference is the name of Springsteen's old Little League team. That's pretty cute. Aw. And then Teenage Diplomat refers to himself. And then the remainder of the song tells of many unrelated events, which will refrain with the refrain of the Blinded by the Light, cut loose like a deuce, another runner in the night. Again, that's the correct song lyrics. Then it was covered by, again, the British rock band Manfred Mann's Earth Band. And when they covered it, it actually reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States in February of 1977. So essentially 4 years later, after it was debuted in Bruce Springsteen's album in 73, it actually had success 4 years later. Manfred Mann's Earth Band released a version of the song on their 1976 album called The Roaring Silence. And then their version includes the chopsticks melody played on piano near the end of the bridge of the song. So I'm going to have to re-listen to that because I didn't even realize that was there. And like I said, it reached number one on both the Billboard Hot 100 and actually the Canadian RPM charts. Did you know that also that Manfred Mann's Earth Band cover of Blinded by the Light is Springsteen's only number one single as a songwriter? I had no idea about that as well. On the Hot 100. His highest charting single as a solo performer was Dancing in the Dark in 1984. I was a mere 12 years old, which reached number two on the Hot 100. And his only number one was part of the USA for Africa ensemble and recorded We Are the World. And we just talked about We Are the World in episode 10 with Jed and the importance of that helping Ethiopians in Africa, which also in conjunction with the Live Aid and everything else that was started by Bob Geldof with his single Do They Know It's Christmas. Now let's talk about the famous misheard lyric that everyone has totally re-sang wrong, incorrectly, but always makes me chuckle. So Manfred Mann's Earth Band, which by the way I thought I've only heard Manfred Mann, I didn't realize there's the Earth Band, recorded the song but changed the lyrics of the chorus where originally Springsteen wrote Cut Loose Like a Deuce is replaced with Revved Up Like a Deuce. And what Springsteen originally wrote is that the reference of a deuce is a reference to a hot rod or a deuce coupe. He was very fond of classic hot rods in his youth. He was fond of his classic hot rods in his youth. Can't speak today. Hence the line, cut loose like a deuce, another runner in the night. But when Manfred Mann's Earth Band changed it from that to revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. That's when it caused the controversy, or the mondegreen, which is a word that explains misheard lyrics, which has had many people sing it again, like wrapped up like a deuce. And then in my generation, instead of another runner in the night, another boner in the night, which is hilarious. And Springsteen himself has joked about the controversy, saying that, claimed that it was not until Manfred Mann rewrote the song to be a feminine hygiene product that it became popular. And I have to agree with them. Now, the interesting thing is there's also an Oregon connection to this. So I don't know for you listeners if you knew this, but back in the 80s, before Bruce Springsteen married his now wife and fellow musician Patti Scialfa, during his Eat Street Band 1984 Born in the USA tour, people thought they were going to be an item, and everything was that, until Springsteen was introduced, I think, from a friend, actress model Julian Phillips, to Springsteen. And then there was some kind of falling in love, and then he ended up marrying Julian Phillips on May 13th, 1985, so a year later, held shortly after midnight locally at a Catholic church in Lake Oswego. I know it very well, called Our Lady of the Lake Catholic Church. And for those of you not from Oregon or the United States, it is a suburb south of Portland, Oregon, that's located in the United States. There was an 11-year age difference with their romance, and she had a budding acting career, and of course he was traveling a lot, so you can only imagine it took a toll on their relationship and their marriage. And it was rumored that his next album, Tunnel of Love, was released in the autumn of 87, which many of its songs described his unhappiness in the relationship with Phillips. And Julianne Phillips, to me, came in existence because I had heard, oh wow, a local girl, former model, now actress, married Bruce Springsteen. But I remember her with her best known role. She played Frankie Reed, a character on a TV show called Sisters in 1991, and with actresses Celia Ward from 30 something, I think, and Switsy Kurtz. So that's where she gained prominence to me. And according to Wikipedia, she left the show at the end of its 5th season in 1995, but returned to its final episode in 1996. The other thing I didn't realize is that she was actually in several other kind of well-known movies or B movies. She actually appeared in a movie opposite Chevy Chase, which we all know and love, which is the Fletch series. She's in Fletch Lives. And then she was actually with John Ritter, who was Jack from Three's Company. Come on, I love him. In Skin Deep. Don't know what that movie's about, but both the Chevy Chase movie, Fletch Lives, and John Ritter movie, Skin Deep, were both in 1989. And then since then, after doing the last episode in 96 with Swissy Kurtz and Celia Ward for the Sisters' final episode, 97 was the last, I think, known to at least Wikipedia and other sites that she had done acting. She just kind of faded in private life, which, good for her. So there you go. Now you know it's not wrapped up like a douche, another boner in a night. And that you also know that Springsteen wrote the song Blinded by the Light, which became famous more so with Manfred Mann's Earth Band, with changing the song lyrics. So hopefully when you hear it again, you'll still keep singing it wrong. I love it either way. And again, thank you for listening to us. If you have any suggestions for a future misheard lyric, please send it to our misheard songs. That's MISSHEARD songs, SONGS, at gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And also, please don't forget to go on iTunes and put in a wonderful review, because the more reviews we get, especially 5-star reviews, more and more people get to hear about us and know about us, and it brings us up and higher in that iTunes chart. And like last episode I shared, if you want to help us out, you can go to our website at podcast.co. Again, that's pod.co / again, that's pod dash, again, that's pod.co / misheard song lyrics. And with misheard song lyrics, there's dashes in between. That's our website. You can click in there to go onto our PayPal account to, give a one-time donation to help us keep this show running for you guys, because I know you guys love it out there. Or you can also do a Patreon patron thing where you can do $3, $5, or $10 a month, and you get some special deals, as well as some fun stuff we like to send you, or swag, like I call it, and as well as getting this episode maybe a day earlier if you do the $5 a month, or even at the $10 unicorn level, you can also get this swag, this episode earlier, but also the behind the scenes video that I'm taping right now. So would love to have your support either way, whether it be monetarily or just a great review. We'll take it. So thank you again, listeners, and keep on singing.